sermon today, I titled it A Dedicated Builder. And I know today we were doing something that towards a building. And so I want to tie it a little bit to that. But I want to really bring us to that realization that truly, we are saying that we are raising funds for building. But one thing I want to point out at first is this, and before I come to that, I want to bring this. Have you ever looked to see the best churches in the world? Have you ever looked in the internet to look at the best churches in the world? Yes, you have? Why are you looking? Somebody you can make? Or just, or just curiosity to see the best church, how it looks. I have. No, it's not a bad thing. I have looked, and I know you had a reason why you were checking to see the best church in the world. Hopefully one day you'll be able to go there, and I will try to go to one of those. But I want to tell you, they are magnificent churches. They are buildings where you can just look and wonder, really? Is there somebody who goes here every week to worship? Or maybe not even every week, maybe twice or thrice, because those churches, they are not open only on Sundays, right? Am I right? They're big, and they are places where probably they open every day of the week. And you wonder whether somebody goes there to sit every time they want us in church to go and worship in there. And you wonder, can I have a chance to be one of those people maybe one day? Okay, our church grow into that position. It's true. There are great churches. There are great buildings that have been built for this purpose. People to come together and worship God, which is a very good thing. I was careful. I saw this one church. I know there are so many, but there is one that strikes me. It used to strike me every time I will see, and I know you know it. A great church in California. I've seen it. I didn't go in, but I saw it from the outside. It's a cathedral that is all made out of what? No, not gold. I thought you know this cathedral. It's a cathedral that is made of glass. Do you know of the Crystal Cathedral? Probably we don't. The Crystal Cathedral in California. It's a cathedral where you walk in and you're in and you still think you're outside. Because it's all just but glass. Where you see is under the glass and the trees are grown. In the aisle, right in the middle of the aisle, is trees and the fountain that flows, the water flows down the aisle. Can you imagine you worshiping, sitting next to a nice plant and the water is flowing down the aisle and you are there seated in the sun? Wow, the pastor is speaking right there, but the sun, you are just enjoying the day. That is a place that sometimes you will just wish I could have a chance to go in there and worship in there. Great place. But a few months ago, what happened to them? They went to bankrupt, right? They filed for bankruptcy, and now it's no longer. It's now in the bid to be bought by a different denomination because they could not meet the obligations of being there, and so now things happen. And so now it's being transitioned to I believe it's a Catholic church that is buying it now. Now it's not longer going to be a Crystal Cathedral, but Christ Cathedral. I wish faith will get to a point where we will buy it. And then we'll go there and be worshiping under all this glass and we can enjoy all that. It's great things. And when you look at these things, you will know that there are people who have dedicated their time, their talent, their money, their resources to build something where they can meet together and worship. And I think, and then I ask myself, can we as Faith Church, can we as not even Faith only, can we as Kenyans in Minnesota come to a point where we will say, now we want to buy or build one huge church where everybody will look and know, really, there's a church that exists somewhere. And I was thinking, but one thing struck me when I turned to the Bible. The Bible, when I was looking, Jesus at one point was walking with his disciples. And then he overheard some people talking. He overheard people talking. And they wanted to show him the temple. And they came and they showed him the temple, how glorious it was, how beautiful it looked, because it was made out of what? The temple that they were showing Christ at that point, it was built and it was all overlaid with gold, pure gold. And so you can imagine a temple that is of pure gold, lined with pure gold. Everything in it was gold, to a point where now you're standing outside and all that you are seeing, Kamau watu kiasi, lakini it was